Now, sometimes with network errors, we need to take a look at the physical hardware, and we can see how Ubuntu is recognizing our network hardware by using the lshw command, or list hardware. We will need root privileges in order to get a full output, so we'll do sudo lshw, which is list hardware, and then the capital C parameter, and then specifying network. So we want to see network devices here. We'll have to enter our password because we use sudo. And here you can see, now you will very likely have more output than this. This is a very small output here because running in a virtual machine, I don't have any other true wireless configurations. I'm just bridging my adapter from my host machine here to my guest operating system, which is Ubuntu. But what you can see here, and what lshw is helping you to do, is to see how Ubuntu has assigned your physical hardware. And so here under network, you can see an Ethernet interface. You can see what it is, a gigabit Ethernet controller. You can then see its logical name is ETH0. Okay, that's important because if for some reason you don't have ETH0, but you do have an Ethernet port and you do have a cable plugged in and you're still having network difficulties, you might want to see how Ubuntu is resolving the logical name of the adapter. Now, you'll sometimes see that hardware has been disabled. And clearly, if hardware is disabled, you're not going to be able to use it. Again, if you have experience with Windows networking, you know that you can enable and disable network adapters. And so here in Ubuntu, you have the same basic function. If you disable a piece of hardware, if you disable an adapter, then you're obviously not going to be able to use it to connect to the internet or the local network, and you would need to re-enable or enable that adapter for the first time in order to use it. Now, to bring this down, we're going to use sudo ifconfig, which you're already familiar with, and then the interface name, you can see the logical name here in ls hardware, ETH0, and then down. So we're bringing that down. If we run sudo lshw with the C parameter and specifying network, that's just going to limit us so that we're only seeing network hardware. If you just run lshw, you get a lot of hardware, and we just want network hardware here. So running that and skipping over the other things, you can see now that it says network disabled at the very top. Okay, the network, this adapter has been disabled. And that's why it says disabled there. So if you're in a situation where you see an adapter, it has a logical name of ETH0 or whatever the logical name is, and you're not able to get a connection, you may need to simply try sudo ifconfig, then the logical adapter name, the interface name, ETH0, and then up. So we'll try that now, bringing ETH0 back up, and yet again, we will do sudo lshw c network, and you can see now that next to network, it no longer says disabled. That adapter is enabled. It should be functioning properly. And so this is just a way that you can get a closer look at your hardware to see how things are running with your network connection. You'll need a combination, more than likely, to troubleshoot your network problems of lshw, ifconfig, taking a look at your interfaces file, and pinging different servers to see if you have a connection to the outside world, things like that. You'll need to use all of these things in connection in order to troubleshoot the network.